8 minutes past 7, and a very good morning to you, Bill.
Good morning, Tom. I'd like to say bright and breezy, but it's a bit early in the morning. But it's a lovely day. It's actually sunny outside. I can't wait for another nice day, I hope.
I was just going to say the sun is streaming in on the video there for those watching us on the Facebook and on the Twitter and on the YouTube as well. And well, it hasn't been this way for the week, is it, Bill?
No, well, I tell you, it's been an action-packed week, I think, nationally and locally. Weather spoiled a bit of the cricket again, as it sometimes happens. It ruined the ladies' cricket again, so Sam Rossiter was disappointed with that. But overall, there's a pile going on. I mean, if you look, Haverfordwest County are playing their first game tonight at Fairwood, the training ground of Swansea City, against the development team there. They're going to play 2 halves of 60 minutes, so there'll be lots of roll-on and roll-off stuff as well.
Fantastic. And pre-season, the first match, how are those players feeling? Because there's a lot of new faces. The manager that they signed up for is no longer there. This is quite a unique pre-season for them, isn't it?
It is. And of course, the new manager, who could be at the ground tonight, he doesn't know the players. He didn't pick the players. So it's going to be interesting to see how they gel. I'm sure he will gel. And I'm sure the lads who come in know the high expectations there are, and the ones that are there from last year, they're a great bunch of boys.
They are. And of course, they were making new signings as recently as 2 or 3 days ago without this manager in place as well. And they've certainly been teasing on their social media that there's an announcement forthcoming. Bill, are you able to give us an exclusive?
No, how would I possibly know? No comment. All I'll say is I know, Lee Jenkins came in, and I can tell you, I know they're still looking for one more attacking player, at least. So there's moves there, I think, and we can only wait now and enjoy it. We'll be meeting down at the Bridge Meadow for a cup of coffee, and I'm looking forward to that.
Well, so am I. I'm looking forward to it too. And in fact, this coming Monday, I know we're going to talk about the other guests we're going to be talking to, but I think we're going to have Rob Edwards and his number one with him on Monday evening. So tune into the Pure Sports Show for the first look at the crime fighting duo, I suppose.
Crime fighting, I like that. Yeah. There's also, this week I'm thrilled at the English batting against New Zealand. Johnny Bairstow, Joe Root, Jack Leach getting 10 wickets. I'd bet he'd never get that. So well done, Jack. And they play in India starting today. So that's going to be a different kettle of cricket and fish, I think, Tom. But we'll wait and see. And I really enjoyed Wimbledon this week. It's back to its best. It's lovely. And at the end of our session now, if you don't mind, I got a Wimbledon quiz for you just to see how much you know. Some of them you can't possibly know, but you're such a cool, trendy guy. I know there's one. If you don't know that, well, there's something wrong. You're not quite the trendy guy I thought, right? 6 questions.
I'm going to be revealing my true spots now, aren't I, Bill? He's a fraud. He's a fraud. So come on then, but what highlight? I know that you just mentioned the England cricket there and the batting that's been going well. What else have you enjoyed this week of what's been on?
Well, I was lucky on Tuesday. I went down to watch the D.R. Morris, the Dougie Morris, as is known colloquially here. I watched that. And that was enjoyable. Bit of a shock. When you've got the team who was second in the top division and a team who were bottom of the second division, you expect it to be a runaway game. But it certainly wasn't, and it was high scoring. Narberth blitzed 165 for 7. Kyle Quartermain and Louis Davis, Jordan Howell, they had plenty of runs. But Pembroke stepped up then, and the opening batting pair, Jack Harris, who's the captain, his dad Spencer was captain before him, he and John Rogers, who plays for Narberth in rugby as well, they blitzed about 130 for the first inning, the first wicket partnership, and they finished up getting it for the loss of only 2 wickets with 9 balls to spare. So Pembroke are in the first division. Now they got to ask themselves, why are we bottom of the second division? Because they got some good players. But now they play. It's now top of the first division against bottom of the second division because Neyland beat Loreni in a bit of a, not I can't say low key because they fought hard, but lower scoring game. Peter Davis, who was my mole in Neyland, he phoned me to say they'd scored 135 for 7, which, as you know, Tom, these days when I was playing, that was a big score. Now it's a pretty average score, but they bowled Loreni out for 106. Now Loreni are on a bit of a poor trot with their batting, so that continued there. So the final now, always played at Oatfield Park in Burton. Lovely day. I got to be careful what I say there, but there's a lovely tea there as well, Tom. So if you want to see a proper cricket match with a proper cricket tea. Come and take you there, right?
What,
The
what,
draw
what,
for the
what,
Harrison.
what date is that, Bill? I'm putting it in my diary.
Oh, no, you're asking me a question you know I can't answer now. It's in the near future, right? I'll tell you when I speak to you next week. Thanks for that, Tom. Yeah, that's nice. Harrison Allen Bowl draw was made this weekend. If you remember, there's another underdog there. They won't like me saying that, but it's true. Her Branston are doing very well in the second division. But they were included in the draw alongside Langham, Loreni, and Haverfordwest. None of the big guns like Neyland or Carew or Criselli.
Just about to say some new names in the hat there, really.
Yeah, well, Haverfordwest, and they've all winners recently. Langham and Loreni have won in the past, so have Haverfordwest. But the draw came out, Langham versus Loreni. That'll be played at Kilgetty on the 26th of July, Tuesday. They won't catch me with everything. And Haverfordwest are playing her Branston at St. Ishmael's. So
nice.
Her Branston only got to go down about 4 miles down the road. Haverfordwest got to go about 10. But that's nice for Tishri Ward for having a lovely ground there. So, people would say that Haverfordwest are very hot favourites for that. But don't you count on that. Remember, Pembroke against Pembroke winning this week easily.
Yeah.
So, interesting there. There's lots of cricket going on this weekend. Of course, we're hoping that the weather stays as fine as it is now. In the second half of the season, Tom, I find that so hard. I really do. And it's changed. There's been a minuscule change. Neyland are amazing in the sense that they, 4 or 5 players out every week. 2 of them are working in Finch, in England anyway. And, there's others who work shifts. But they opened up a 16-point gap after winning last week. But at the bottom half of the table, Tom, the bottom 5 clubs, there's 6 points between them.
Wow, so it really is all to play for still, isn't it?
2 of those are going to go down. That's the sad reality of it. Matches this week, Langham 5th against Haverfordwest 7th, Criselli 3rd against Loreni 8th. They'd sucked down into that. Now, last year, they nearly won everything and they came very close to victory. St. Ishmael's 6th versus Neyland top. But Neyland won't go there thinking, oh, that's a walkover. Tish are on an upsurge at the moment. They've been doing well. Pembroke Dock, who are bottom, we're playing Narberth, who are 2nd. You can count on either side winning that. And Saundersfoot 9th versus Carew 4th. So that's going to be interesting. And the battle in the second division is intense as well. Whitland, who are 4th, play Burton, who are top. And Llanrhian, who are 5th after that miraculous escape from the rain the other week. Fraser Watson. Not that I've been playing anything. There is a small... We used to say it's different when you go to Llanrhian. Like when I played in Stackpole, it was the same there. They stuck out on edges,
Yeah.
So there's plenty of cricket there. Can I just mention as well, you like this, in the Ken Morris Cup last night, I had a text on my way home from Llanharry from Richard Howell, who does a wonderful job of organising the Ken Morris Cup, and he's going to come on and speak to us with our first half in interviews next week. That last night, Haverfordwest were sort of doing very well. We're entertaining Narberth, and Narberth wanted 3 off the last ball with a new batsman in. Bowler ran in bold, went to the wicketkeeper. Narberth tried to just run a single. The keeper threw the ball, instead of holding it, threw the ball to the bowler.
Yeah.
Threw it at the stumps and missed. They ran a second to tie. The ball ricocheted somewhere. They ran a run. So with a ball from the bowler to the keeper, needing 3 to win, they won. Work that one out, mate.
Wow. Oh my! That's a wayward ball if ever I've heard one. Good grief!
Yeah.
And wow, so it's so tense, isn't it? And they're into the second half now. The pressure is going to tell on some of these teams, and those that can hold their nerve are going to be the ones that are going to come out shining at the end of the division. So keep listening to the Pembrokeshire Sports Update and Pure West Sport for more on that. And Pure West Sport on a Monday evening, Bill, you've already been collecting some interviews. Who can we hear from?
Yes, Fraser and I have got 4 nice interviews there. Fraser's interviewed Johnny Sutton from Neyland. Bit of a headbanger, Johnny. You won't mind me saying that. I take that as a compliment. He loves challenges. And I have to say, when I wanted something in the council, I go to Johnny because he knows everybody there. He's a star boy, but a bit of a lad. Anyway, it shows what a lad he is. He just completed a 132.86 mile trek. I like that 0.86. They're not precise in North Wales. In the Menai to Menai challenge. So they
Wow.
obviously start by the Menai Bridge and off they go around. And
Yeah.
132 miles will do for me. So Johnny's been interviewed by Fraser, and he's also talked to Gracie Griffiths, who's a lovely young lady. She's just broken a record in her age group for her event in the Harriers. I'm talking to Chloe Wood. We've made a big fuss, quite rightly, of Dan Davis and Grace Morris. Dan has been on the show. Grace had COVID, so she's coming on the show.
Fantastic.
But their academy coach is Chloe Hood. Well, up to bits. She calls me Uncle Bill, quite rightly. She's the academy coach at the Saw Gym. She's coming on. And I'm also talking to Arthur Brady, who's a remarkable, you won't mind me saying, an old guy. He's 80. He's been umpiring cricket for 15 years. He's secretary of the Pembrokeshire Association of Cricket Officials and has had to retire because he's got a bit of glaucoma. So he's going to carry on being secretary. So I collared him at Neyland and we sat and had a chat on a little walk down memory lane. So 4 nice interviews there for people who enjoy on your great show on Monday.
Fantastic. And we've got Rob Edwards and the new manager, whoever that may be, coming on for the second half. And also Lou and Ellen, 2 young girls, sailors, who have completed their trek. So we're going to hear how they got on as well. So very much looking forward to that. But Bill, very quickly then, this quiz.
Right. Can I just say how lovely it is with your show as well on a Monday? The diversity you have. You know, it's not just rugby, football, cricket. We both hate that. So well done for that. Right, here's your quiz. You ready?
Right, ready? Listeners, are you ready as well? We're all going to play this together.
Number 1, how long has the centre court been in use?
Oh, gosh. Is it like to the nearest 10 years?
Yeah, go on, I'll give you 10.
120 years.
I thought you were going to get right then. It's 100 exactly this year.
Oh wow. Oh, happy birthday, centre court.
Yeah. This is impossible. I'll give you 20,000 either way here. How many balls on average do they use? You know, they change them every 6 or 7 over serving things. So how many balls would they use in Wimbledon annually?
Annually? Oh my goodness.
I'll give you 100,000 either way.
100,000 either way. I'm going to go for 800,000 then.
530,000.
Ooh, 500,000. Yeah. New balls, please.
Yeah, now then, this is the one that'll prove. No, I'll keep the one to prove you're a cool guy. The longest match ever, and I actually was at Wimbledon at that time.
Oh, wasn't it something like? Wasn't it over like 7 hours or something?
11 hours, 5 minutes. That was John Isner who beat Murray yesterday.
Yeah.
When he was a young fellow. He's a big 6'10" American. And he was playing against Nicholas Mahut. And it was 11 hours and 5 minutes. And Marilyn and I were going out from the main court that day. We had centre court tickets. I saw Djokovic, Federer, and Nadal during the course of the day, which was a thrill with Federer. And we walked past where they were playing, and now they'd only been playing about 3 hours then, mind. So
there's so much left to go.
Yeah, can I point out to listeners, it wasn't non-stop.
Yeah, you do imagine.
Right? Okay, here's the ones that see if you're a cool dude then. Now,
here we go.
Strawberries and cream. Approximately, how many dishes of strawberries and cream do they sell?
Oh my goodness. Strawberries and cream at Wimbledon.
Listen, I'm taking the mick out. You can't know. It's 191,930. That was in 2219. Last time records were there. No, this proves if you're a cool guy or not. You ready?
I'm ready.
How much this year is a glass of a Pimm's?
Oh gosh.
Because I know you like your Pimm's and strawberry and cream. The strawberries and cream are still only $2.50. How much is the Pimm's?
Oh, the Pimm's then. I'm gonna say so. Strawberries and cream $2.50 for a nice little punnet with your drink to go with it. I'm gonna go with £5.60. I don't know.
Not bad. Quite close. £9.75.
Woo! I'll bring my own.
Yeah, and me. I'd have a little bottle in my pocket of water. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well. I hope if you were playing along at home that you did a little bit better than me. I think did. I get one? I don't think I did.
You didn't get any.
Next time.
What I intended doing was priming you with a couple so you'd get them right. So sorry about that.
No, I don't mind. I caught you out earlier, so it's fine. We're even. Bill, thank you so much for your time as ever on a Friday morning with the Pembrokeshire Sports Update. We've got Traffic Travel on the way and Feel Good Friday with Pem's Paving starts. And your selection this week is?
Well, All My Loving by the Beatles, if you don't mind.
By the Beatles. That is on the way for you now. It is 22 minutes past 7 o'clock on Feel Good Friday, the 1st of July. Thank you, Bill.
Ta-ra, everybody.
You probably think you're pretty good at